Welcome back to the Kawiki Driver Development Program YouTube channel. I'm Casey Campbell. Thank you so much for tuning in. And over the next few days, we're going to be talking to all 7 of our finalists just to see what they're up to and see what they've got planned for the rest of 2024. And now we're pleased to be joined by one of our finalists for this year, Levon Geest from Merrill, Wisconsin. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem. What has Levon been up to the past few weeks? It has been interesting, just to say the least.
Yeah, we've our last 4 races have been within a span of the last 2 weeks, so it's been really busy. Although I mean the elephant in the room was the Ganrod 250 for ASA last Tuesday. And yeah, we had a really good run going there. I think I ran a perfect race. We had a perfect race car. We set it up great. I saved my tires right till the end. It made a push for it. I passed Majeski for second with 13 to go, and that was huge. That was on my bucket list this year to pass Majeski under green. So um, we had that going for us, and then I was passing for the lead, passing Kraus with 5 to go, and he um, ran into my right side. He was trying to pinch me down for the lead, which is that's reasonable, for such a big race like that with 5 to go. But he ended up making contact with me and he spun out and we both got sent to the back. And luckily, I was able to salvage a 5th place finish, but it was a really big deal that was like taken away kind of at the last moment. And so that was really tough to deal with. And then to add insult to injury, we went to 2 more races that week and ended up DNFing both of them due to wrecks, getting wrecked. So it just was a rough week, but we rebounded from that and took the car to Hawkeye Downs down to Iowa on Saturday, and it went pretty well. We ended up qualifying third and we finished 7th. I feel like we were just a little bit missing a little bit on the setup. I think we made one bad call on the changes. I did. And before the feature. And I feel like that kind of just held us back a little bit from getting farther forward. But 7th place is another top 10 in ASA. And we are second in points, now only 10 out of the lead. So that was pretty big. Um, so now we got Madison coming up on Friday, and we're going to try to take the points lead from Gabe Summers. So that's the goal moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta ask you because I know it's been a week for you. How do you handle like at being at your lowest point?
I think you hit that every race season, and something seems to happen. Everything can be going good at the start, and then you'll hit a slump in the middle, or like you have a rough start, and then something always happens. Moral of the story, but it's about how you can rebound from that. That determines how the rest of the season's going to go. I could really easily get disappointed about that finish or that outcome, and kind of give up on the rest of the season and just say, oh, it's not meant to be, and kind of stop fighting. But um, the way the way I like to look at it is that we had a fast enough car to win possibly the biggest race of the year for us. And we were in the position to win it, and the cards didn't fall. All right, I don't know the saying for that, but it didn't fall in our direction. But it's still something to be proud of that we were able to put together that good of a car and I ran that good of a race. I mean, we're so close to winning some big races. So that definitely feels good and that gives me a lot of motivation moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta ask you, like, overall, like, how is your season going?
I feel like it's going pretty good. The biggest thing I was chasing this year was ASA Midwest Tour and being second in points and still in contention this late in the year with having Majeski just behind me and Summers just ahead of me. I mean, I'm in good competition there. So I'm having a lot of fun battling that out with those guys. It seems like a different one of us is better every week. I mean, obviously Majeski has been really good. He's won, I think, 4 out of the 5 races so far, but he did miss one at Hawkeye Downs, so it's going to make it really tight for the rest of the year. And the fact that I almost beat him at the 250 gives me a lot of hope that I can possibly get the lead before the end of the year. And yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with it.
So, so going into, these next few weeks, I know with Madison coming up on Friday, then of course you got the AK Memorial on Sunday at Slinger. What is this week going to be like for you? Just to see if you can get the take from what you had at Hawkeye Downs and just have another solid result once again.
We're definitely going for a win at Madison. We had such a good car at the Capital 200 earlier this year, the Stars race. We came from the back, I think. Well, we came from the back twice. We got sent to the back twice from poor pit stops, but we had an awesome car. I mean, if not a second place car, I think we could have fought for the win. Majeski was fast, but we definitely had something to put it up there. So we're going back with that same car, same setup, same mindset, and we're gonna see if it can all fall in our direction this time. So that one will be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to beat Summers, take the lead in the points. Um, and then Slinger, obviously the Alan Kulwicki Memorial Race. I always love going there. Um, I think that's going to be fun too. We're going to have Toby there helping us that day, so we're going to see if we can. We've had like weird thing about that track is like we're always a little off on the setup. I feel like we haven't had a really great car there this year, but we've been so close. Like we go and practice there, and the car will turn really great laps, and it'll handle really well, but then it always like just has something just minorly wrong with it. So if we can figure out how to get that thing to maintain, I think we'll have a really good piece there. So I'm looking forward to giving it another shot.
Yeah. Okay, so this year overall, I know has been a really, really good year for you. Just in terms of last year, when you were overall, it's been. Can you still believe that it's the year over year turnaround with you?
Yeah, I think everyone sees that, and I see it in myself a lot too. Um, Not just on the track, but off the track, we've come a long ways. We're doing a lot more for charities and fundraisers and organizations this year. We've raised tons of money. I think we're close to 15,000 by now, um, in total, and it's great to help out all those different organizations. And um, I learn more about all of them throughout the year too. All the different people that do good things in the community. It's awesome to see. Um, but then the on the track stuff, going back to that, I think we've made huge strides from last year. I feel like a lot of the races we go to, we have a shot to win, and it's just a matter of making it to the end of the race and being there. So I mean, that's really cool. Whereas like last year, I think I had a top five car a lot of times, but I wasn't really confident that I could beat the best of the best at their best tracks. Like this year, I feel like I can go anywhere and have a shot at winning, even no matter who's there. I mean, even I feel like I could beat Majeski. So we've definitely come a long ways.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about overall in the program this year, just being in the program again in 2024. How's that been going? And then the charitable stuff you've been doing, because you've been doing a lot uh with all the different organizations you've been a part of, 23 to be exact. I see what you did there though. Car
Yeah,
number makes sense. Um,
yeah.
so I should probably also mention who are some of the organizations you've been able to help, and what have you got planned for this coming weekend?
Yeah, some of the big ones that we've been able to help was the honor flight at Jefferson. That was earlier in the year, but we raised $4,000 for those guys, which sends eight veterans on the honor flight. So that was a big deal. My grandpa was on the honor flight, so that one was meaningful to me. And we've helped the Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Boys and Girls Club. We're gonna help the Merrill Riverbend Trail coming up soon. That's like a trail in our town that gives people a good place to like walk and kind of clear their mind. So I think that's important. Um, but yeah, Tranquil Acres, I went and volunteered at recently. We raised a lot of money for those guys. That was really fun. That's a community food garden. So what they do is anyone can go there and pick as much whatever they grow, vegetables. They grow a lot of vegetables and like corn and just all kinds of stuff. But you can go and pick as much as you want, and then you can pay as much as you can. Like you don't have to pay anything, or you can pay a little bit, or you can pay a lot. It's up to you. So it's really beneficial for people in the community that want fresh food and healthy food, but you don't want to pay a big price for it. So I think that's a cool organization too.
All right. And the last thing I want to mention is, well, why don't you tell everybody where people can find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Levon_VDG, on Twitter, which is Levon231, or on Facebook at Geest Racing or Levon Geest. I have my own page too, but Geest Racing is where you'll find just about everything. So yeah, that's about it.
Levon, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck this weekend at Madison and at Slinger.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.